So I think it's getting start again. Yeah, 33. Okay, so this is part 2 of why we think that these aliens or spirits or entities or others or whatever going to come take us over, and why the metaverse, and be afraid of this and be afraid of that. So this is part 2. So it's like um, it brought a new meaning to, that's exactly why you just need to know yourself. And you just need to know yourself to the degree that no matter who came up and told you or said this or said that to do this or do that, you won't go with them, you won't agree with them, you won't do any of that, because you know yourself. And that's all that it comes down into. I don't have to go into all of the other areas. I'm only in control of this, myself, that's it. And then even if someone shackles down my body and stuff like that, yeah, I still have my spirit. And so it's like, if you know yourself, it's like, where's the fear at if you know yourself? Just continue to put work into yourself, continue to understand yourself, continue to invest in yourself so heavily that you know yourself even when you're asleep, unconscious, lucid dreaming, astral traveling, whatever, in meditation, whatever, and you're not going about with that kind of fear. It's like that fear is just prevalent. Just something always wants you to be afraid. Something always wants you to be looking over your shoulder. Something always is, that energy is going to come get you, or there's some kind of God or being or something that is stronger than you that's going to come possess you and take over you. And it's just no data to back that up. Your free will is involved. However, if you are willingly going along with stuff, if you sit up there and you sit with your Oculus and you stay there every day, and you call in sick, you got 2 weeks of sick leave, and then they finally say, hey, you got to come back to work, and you make up another excuse and you lose your job. And then you decide it's okay to lose your job because you know that in 90 days they're going to take your house and your car. And you're like, okay, I got 90 days. And you go do that and you keep doing it. And it's just like, okay, now you have no home, no job. How are you going to even be in the metaverse? So say they set up metaverse cafes. And for research, you can go and stay on the metaverse cafe all day long while they, if you agree to sign over yourself to them for a certain amount of hours, and they'll give you some place to sleep, something to eat. Then that's on you. You did that. Nothing did that. It's not whoever was running the metaverse. Oh, they shouldn't have asked that. You put yourself in that situation. They didn't do nothing to you. Or what if they just come and corral you and say, hey, no matter what, you're going to sit in the metaverse. Okay, well, eventually you're going to die. And no matter what, they can't keep you alive. It's people who just sit and will themselves to die because they're heartbroken or this or that or whatever. And they just die. And then at that point that you die, if you're saying, oh, they're going to keep you alive, they can keep this casing alive. They can't keep your spirit alive. They can't hold it there unless you don't understand yourself and know how to release yourself from this casing. You're afraid to die. You're fear. Other than the pain, which if you hear stories of people who have near-death experience, I've had like 5, 6 of them or whatever. However, that instant that something happens, you're gone. So it's like, however, it may not be that way for you. That's why you need to understand yourself and heal yourself and work on yourself so that you know what's happening with you, so that we're not running around here with propaganda in the spiritual community, and we're not making a nice, pleasant place for any spirit or entity or anything to come here. What if they have some information or solutions, or what if our society is going to change? It's going to be a mixture of everything. And and it wanted to come try to start with the spiritual community, but we're just like the world. We're like, oh, well, I don't know you, you're Russia to us, and I'm going to do something to you, or you could do something to me, or you're North Korea, you're this or that. I'm like, please stop. It's ridiculous. Just like Matrix 4. It's ridiculous that the world would depend on 2 people. Stop it. All right, I'm about to go. I'll go get me some coffee and do my meal prep. because I am working on some things so that I feel like the last little part, just, sharing about myself. I feel I have done some really deep work on myself, and it's been beautiful and wonderful, the things that have been uncovered. And I see this part of it, what I'm going through now, is so necessary for myself. I'm really just pressing into it. I mean, coming into this weekend, I was just like, and I thought of all these things. I said, no, I said, the most important thing is not to run from it, to press into it, to press into it. And I really now feel like this is really exciting because I've done so much work on myself, and I really I feel like it's the last frontier to press on them. So I'm excited about it. And along with that, I know things will get better. So I'm just embracing this part of the journey, just going through this part of the journey, reframing, and I'm looking forward to all that my life manifests for itself. Or I create for myself, or however you want to call it. So, all right. Anyway, have a beautiful Sunday, and I am out of here. Wholeness.